So God's asking you to return to the garden. I don't think the garden was a mistake in the beginning. I think God knew what was going to happen because he knows the beginning from the end. So he knew Adam and Eve were going to fall from the garden. He walks through the beginning of time, from the beginning to the end, because he created man. It's no time as far as God is concerned. So we are eternal beings, meant to walk with God as children of God in the beginning. We are his children, it says in the scripture. Sons and daughters of the living God. God made us for a purpose, and it wasn't just to walk around naked in the garden. I've mentioned this before in a lot of preaching that I've done. That wasn't the purpose. The purpose was to make us more like him in the spirit. When he created Adam, he formed him in the flesh, like God. But spiritually, Adam hadn't got to that stage that Jesus Christ, the second Adam, had become. Jesus Christ was the firstborn among many brethren. So we are given the opportunity and the invitation to walk like Jesus Christ if we receive Christ. To do that, we have to die to ourselves. We have to take up our cross, which is our burial. We have to be baptized and born again, according to Scripture. And if we do this, and if we believe and become believers, it says that signs will follow us. In Mark 16, it says that we will cast out devils. We will heal the sick. We shall take up serpents and not be hurt. We will drink deadly thing, poison, and will not be harmed. And that we'll speak in new tongues. All of these things will follow believers. Now we have to question, are we believers? Are these signs following you? Christian, I'm talking to you. Is your sole Christianity not eating fish on a Friday? Is your sole Christianity going to church and occupying a seat for the duration of an hour on a Sunday morning, or at a funeral, or at a wedding, or on Christmas Day, or on Easter? Is that your Christianity? Well, that is not Christianity, because the word Christian means like Christ. Like Christ. Are you like Christ? Are you walking like Christ? Have you an intensity within you? I'm meant to be at work today, as I keep saying on these things, but I've decided I'm just going to do some stuff in the presence of the Lord today. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some footage down here on my camera. I'm going to spend some time in the Word and worship to him and thinking about his stuff. If you do that and draw near to him, he says he will draw near to you. And as you draw near to him, you'll become like him. As you keep looking at him, as it says in the scripture, like in a mirror, you'll become like him. God reckons in his scripture that we will reflect his glory in the last days. The world is going to come to an end, according to scripture. In the Bible here it says, that the earth will rock to and fro like a drunkard in the last days, that the sun will disappear. He says that the stars and the moon will be wrapped up. This whole operatic performance called life down here on the earth will come to an end, and the only reason it is here is for the manifestation of God's sons. In the beginning he designed us via Adam, and in the end we will be like Christ. That's the promise. Stars of heaven, it says, we will shine like. Is that you, Christian? Is that your Christianity? As you become like Christ, you reflect Christ's purpose. You start doing automatically the things that Christ did. It says signs will follow you in Mark 16. Are they following you? And we need to question that. We need to measure ourselves up. The measuring stick we have is Jesus Christ, not each other. No good looking down the road and saying I'm better than that person because he doesn't go to church. Hey, it's not about going to church, it's about being church. Are you, the word church in the Greek means called out. It means the outcalled. The word church, ecclesia, means the outcalled in the Greek, the called out. We tend to box ourselves up in these last days into little denominations, and we wave our flags and we throw stones at each other, and we think we are Christians because we go to that box. Hey, I was pastoring at one stage in New Zealand, and it wasn't until I handed over the pastorship and I sat out there on a Sunday on my veranda and played my guitar that I suddenly realised that there was a whole neighbourhood that I hadn't even spoken to. Every Sunday I was disappearing to the box. If that's you, sort it out. Draw near to God and He will draw near to you. Find out what you need to do, because eternity is at stake. Purpose is bigger than what you may think it is.